Get ready, Staten Island. It's time to celebrate 5 years of Ferry Hawks baseball.
This week, come out to the ballpark as the Ferry Hawks welcome in the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park for a homestand on June 10th. For a 5-game series as the Ferry Hawks welcome in the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars. Individual game tickets start at just $12.
Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
New York's socialist mayor, Mamdani, seems to double down in an interview on why he did not attend Sunday's Israeli Day Parade. You'll hear it in just a moment, but his administration is one of blunders. In terms of, you may recall, the administration banned those New York Knicks watch parties. Well, guess what's back for tonight for Game 1 in terms of the finals? The watch party for thousands of fans right outside Madison Square Garden. It should have never, ever been canceled. The results from California for mayor and governor, and Jill Biden, the former first lady, stating the obvious now that her husband could not have served another 4 years in office. But Megyn Kelly calls out Jill Biden as a total phony. Again, so nice to be with you, folks. Dominic Carter here, 800-848-9222. So Mamdani, the one thing that he is consistent about, and it's disgusting, his hatred for Israel. Since the parade on Sunday, the socialist mayor of New York doing an interview, and I want you to hear verbatim his latest words on what he has to say. This is as it relates to the hatred from his wife, the hatred from his father, and the hatred from him. But he's talking about directly Sunday's parade.
There was the Israel Day Parade over the weekend. What do you say to New Yorkers who heard you saying, basically, I'll protect the parade, I won't stand in it? What I hear from some folks is that they said, it felt like I'll keep you safe but won't stand with you. And then also, what do you say to New Yorkers outraged that members of the administration marched with an Israeli official who called for the total annihilation of Gaza's cities, the finance minister, Smotrich?
You know, I've made clear time and time again over the course of the campaign my criticisms of the Israeli government. And you can see in the participation of the far-right Israeli minister Smotrich, as well as a number of other ministers, a vision of annihilation, a complicity in genocide, and frankly, a belief that does not have much value for even the sanctity of children in Gaza. And I am offended, as I know many New Yorkers are, by their participation. And when it comes to members of my administration, I allow them to make their own decisions as to what marches they would like to participate in. However, as I've said time and time again, as the mayor of the city, I need not be present to ensure the security of a march, and also that this is a march to celebrate Israel. That is something that many New Yorkers attended, many New Yorkers did not. When it comes to the sanctity and the security of Jewish life in this city, that is something that we are fully committed to ensuring that each and every Jewish New Yorker is not just safe in the city, but is celebrated.
But the devil is always in the details. Notice when it came time, he was asked that setup question about Israeli officials at the parade that had called for the demolition, if you will, of Palestinian areas, right? Notice how he waxed on eloquently in terms of his opposition to that. But when it comes to the overall theme of the parade, you know, like saying, I was very clear about this during the campaign. So what he's really saying is he's telling you that you're stupid. What he's saying is, I told you I didn't like you during the campaign. So I said it during the campaign. You could have voted on it. You didn't vote on it. So now I'm the mayor. He's outright telling you, me, and everybody else that we are stupid. 800-848-9222. All right, let's get to California. The top two finishers, they go on to the general election. Doesn't matter party. They go on to the general election coming up. Let's start with the race for mayor. I understand the power of incumbency. But how could anybody in their right mind vote for Karen Bass, the incumbent? Homes have been burned to the ground while she was in Africa, and now she's telling you she's going to do a better job. You've got the homeless encampments taking over L.A., and now Karen Bass says, but the numbers are down a little bit, I'm going to do a better job. Well, why don't you do a better job at a different industry? Because being mayor is not for you, Madam Mayor. This is what she had to say at her victory celebration.
How are we doing tonight? Are we gonna win tonight? I will tell you it's looking good so far. We got a lot more to go, but so far it's looking good. And I am so glad to be here with everyone on a night. In a couple of hours, we will declare victory.
That's your incumbent mayor. Don't write off Spencer Pratt, okay? Don't do it. He's in the runoff against Karen Bass, and this guy might come out of nowhere and pull this thing off. You had a crying city council member that lost, came in third place. She was boo-hooing in her concession speech. And still standing is Spencer Pratt. This is what he had to say.
Are you going to debate Karen Bass again? And what do you want to tell her if she sees this?
You know, I love debating her on NBC. I look forward to a couple more on NBC and Fox. We can do debates every Friday if she would like, because it's actually became my most favorite thing to do. So, yes, as many debates as Mayor Bass would like.
What would you tell her now that it's on?
I mean, she knows it's on. She's. I hope she's ready, because I literally could not be more excited.
This is a campaign that started because you lost your home in the Palisades fire, because your parents lost.
And so the Palisades fire, right? You heard the reporter before it cut off asking the question. And I'm telling you, there is enough outrage in Los Angeles over the Palisades fires, over the homeless issue, over the incompetency. I get it, Democrat City, but don't write off this guy. He's got a shot. One of two people still standing. He's the only one still standing up against the incumbent. Don't write him off. Now to the race for governor of California. This from Fox News.
I'm not making that up, all right? Steve Hilton, too soon to call. You got about 58% of the estimated vote in right now, but a lot of mail ballots going to continue to come in for some time, and that's what slows down the counting. Hilton's got a slight edge here, about 2.5 points over Becerra. And Tom Steyer, by the way, Tom Steyer spent more than $200 million. Right now, he is in third place. But how does the state shake down here, all right? Hilton in red dominates inland, all right? Becerra in green dominates the coastline, and Steyer picks up a few counties down here around Santa Barbara. Let me pop out of California, one county down there around Santa Barbara. Let me top in here and show you what's happening in the mayor's.
And so it's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out, folks. 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you. Jill Biden. And did you see that awkward moment? I think it was at the Y, Whoopi Goldberg hosting. President Biden showed up. He's in the front row. And I guess he just had a senior's moment where he stood up and asked her, who do you love the most? And they were trying to politely shut up the former president of the United States, and he wouldn't sit down for a while. I mean, wow. But I guess if we're all lucky, we'll reach that stage in life, right? But Jill Biden admitting now, a few years later, that her husband could not have served another term.
Do you still think that he would have been in a good place to serve as president for another 4 years until he was 86?
Well, not from what I know now. I mean, my God, who knew? I mean, it was so shocking to get that cancer diagnosis. I mean, we had, you know, here I was, I'm looking through travel magazines like, oh, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? And then we get this cancer diagnosis, and I think, what am I doing? Like, our whole life has changed now. Well, and so, I mean, it was just shocking.
She gets a double. In other words, I'm throwing shade. None of it adds up. It's convenient to tell the truth now,